Hey, what's that?
This is what we call an arc welder.
What's an arc welder exactly?
Well, I'm glad you asked. An arc welder takes electricity and allows a filler rod to bond to the base metal. Now I'm going to invite a friend to help me explain this.
Hey, Cooksey.
How you doing?
Alright, we're first going to start by explaining the outside of the arc welder. Let's take a look at our casing. The case is used to protect the inside of the welder, and vents allow what we call breathability for heat to escape the inside.
Why does heat need to escape? Aren't welds supposed to be hot?
I'm glad you asked. When you're welding, yes, it's hot. However, if heat does not escape from the inside, then overheating may occur, thus causing melting of the inside, and this may cause you to buy or replace your welder.
So let's move right to the front. We can first take a look at our on and off switch. This, as its name, allows you to turn your machine on. The electricity used to turn the machine on is found due to what we call our electric plug-in, or our power source. This plugs into the wall.
The next look we're going to take is at the wires down here. These are the DC wires, the direct current. These cords are called welding cables. The red, positive, is connected to the electrode holder, as shown, which in turn holds the welding rod. The electrode rod is coated with the flux.
What is flux?
Flux is a white coating that burns whenever you strike a weld, or an arc. Flux creates a shielding gas to keep impurities from getting in. So the flux will form a coating called slag over the weld bead. So whenever you have a good flux, you have a stronger weld. However, if it's porous, then your weld may fall apart.
Well, then we move on to the black cable, your negative. This is known as the ground. Ground is what holds the metal the ground completes the circuit. Basically, the electricity jumps from the rod to the base metal, which makes a circuit.
So let's move up to what we call our amperage gauge. This is used to determine and adjust the amperage. In here. Thick metal requires more amperage, and thin metal requires a lower amperage. This allows penetration in the rod to the base metal. When you don't have enough amperage, it may not bond. So we adjust our amperage to get a good penetration.
Take a look at the top of the machine. Here we see the adjustment shaft. This is held in by the pin. We turn this in order to adjust our amperage that we stated here.
Alright, so now that we have our casing off, let's pay attention to our electric cord. The electric cord runs through and is what powers our welder. The electricity is grounded through the green wire here, known as our chassis ground. So now when we actually focus on the function of our welder, we want to move down here to what we call the motor. The motor is what powers our fan, shown here. The fan allows ventilation for your machine, which, if you remember the vents on the casing, this allows what we call breathability, so that it decreases the chance of damage on the inside of your machine caused by overheating. So when we actually come to powering our welder, we want to take a good look at what we call our transformer. The transformer is what converts high voltage with low amperage to high amperage with low voltage. Because if you recall, you have to have enough amperage to make a good solid weld. Now, from the transformer, we're going to move down to our stabilizer. The stabilizer, as shown here, is what is used for a system of creating a soft arc for your weld. So, all in all, we're going to conclude. The first thing you need to do is make sure you are grounded to your base metal. Make sure your cables are plugged into the DC outlet, which allows you to have the best weld that you can have. We need to adjust our amperage. And please be safe, have fun learning how to understand the arc welder.